Hi, everyone. I welcome you all for this wonderful video lecture on professional ethics and engineering. Today, actually, we are going to discuss about stress management. Myself, Shankar, I'm working as assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, RMD Engineering College, Chennai. Let us see what is stress. Hans Selye is actually first introduced, the term is called stress. The term stress into life science, the term stress is derived from the Latin word. The Latin word is actually called stranger, which means to be drawn tight. Stress is a very complex and it's a dynamic process of interaction between a person and his or her life. Stress can affect one's health, work performance, social life, and the relationship with the family members. So we have to be very careful in stress. It means we should not take whatever it may be into our mind. We should be just like that. We should, because we may avoid the stress. And eminent behavioral scientist Stephen Robbins defines stress as that which arises from an opportunity, demand, constraint, threat, or challenge when the outcomes of the event are important and uncertain. So many types of stresses are there in the human life. Let us see the first one, job stress. What is job stress? So we know that, and we are familiar as, so every human, right? They are working somewhere, whatever it may be, even though if they are child, they may assign some work at their home by the parents, right? So they are doing some job, even though they are children. We cannot say that job means we are, it only the earning. Based on the job, what they are doing, they may have some stress. That's actually job stress. And let us see what it is, right? Job stress can lead to poor health and even injury. Hence, we can say that stress is a silent killer, and prolonged exposure to stress may exert harmful effects on physical, psychological, and behavioral well being of an individual. According to the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, 80% of workers experience is job stress. Then what are the impact of this stress? Let us see. One of the studies quoted that stress-related disorders evolve gradually through four recognizable stages. The first stage is psychological changes such as anxiety, irritability, and insomnia rise due to overstimulation of the sympathetic nervous systems. The second one is the second stage symptoms such as high blood pressure, elevated heart rate, and increased intentional motility surface. The third stage is a more profound physical or biochemical imbalance sets. The fourth one is irreversible symptoms that often require surgical or long-term management appear. Increased sympathetic activation and the release of stress hormones, including adrenaline, lead to increases in heart rate, blood pressure, breathing, body temperature, and muscle tension. Similar to stress in the workplace, college students are also often impacted by stress. You know very well why. Academic stress can result from many different imperative stresses such as final grade, term papers, examinations, and excessive homework, and so on. The next one, the next one, the effect of yoga in stress. The effect of yoga in stress. Certain yoga techniques may improve physical and mental health through down regulation of the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal, that is HPA axis, and the sympathetic nervous system SNS. The HPA axis and SNS are triggered as a response to a physical or psychological demand, leading to a cascade of psychologic, behavioral, and psychological effects, primarily as a result of the release of cortisol and catecholamines. And the clinical significance of yogas are given here. It's helpful to reduce the stress, and it increase the spiritual growth, and there's a sense of well-being. The yoga helps you to reduce the anxiety and muscle tensions. It increased strength and flexibility, slowed aging, sound sleep, because you know that about the sound sleep. So many of you may affect by others from others, right? With the sound sleep. So the yoga may help you to reduce the sound sleep and improve many medical conditions, lower heart rate, lower blood pressure, allergy and asthma symptoms relief, smoking, and the effect of yoga in stress. To participate in yoga can be a best thing a provider can do for himself or herself. Being simple, parayanam, it means breathing technique in breaks can calm the mind. Practicing yoga for half an hour a day can make their body fit to take care of others. A yogi thought process will teach not to work only for the money. Thank you all for the watching this lecture, and thank you once again. Thank you all.